All right. So, last we left off, we had our group of ravens traveling from Atropos on a mission to the manor house, as directed by the sponsor of this mission, a man named Adrian. Carrying on through the woods along the road that led up into the mountains, you encountered yourself a group of these shadow-tinged arachnid creatures that seem to burst forth with additional horrors. After a pitched battle, the group had found themselves victorious. Pressing on a little bit, you saw the manor house looming in the horizon and decided to take a bit of a rest before pressing on to face the challenge of this manor in the daylight. So, over the course of the night, if anybody has anything they would like to accomplish, speak now.
No plans here.
Like to cook a giant feast.
You certainly have enough materials in which to do so.
Not really a giant feast, but I'll cook some food for everyone.
So what all did Kess find while we were fighting spiders and he was off exploring for food, I think?
Yeah, he just kind of got distracted and was left behind. He catches up with you as you're making camp with some fresh venison, as well as a handful of various mushrooms.
If you lick
Oh,
these
good.
mushrooms,
We're gonna
instead
trip
of-
with dinner.
These mushrooms are, for all Kess knows, safe.
They're
Oh,
for
good. We're
experimental
gonna
use.
trip with dinner.
Not that Sophie knows any better when it comes to mushrooms, but Sophie was elected to be like sous chef, so she is cook.
She can certainly help. Kess, go ahead and give me a check on your chef's tools.
We actually haven't fully put that all on there. I know you just told me to add that and you would take care of the rest after that.
I don't remember that. I thought I put it in your hands. But then again, that was essentially me either taking it into my hands or making Fluffy do it. Because let's just be real honest with things here.
Actually, no, it looks like we did do it.
Yeah, it's not a strength based.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, no. It is a wisdom based skill. So despite the fact that I accidentally rolled for you, we're going to have you actually do a proper roll. Okay.
Not terrible.
I'm not allowed to rage cook.
No, it's a wisdom based skill. Technically, you'd have disadvantage rage cooking.
What do you got?
Look, he's learned from a shawarma chef, not Gordon Ramsay. Okay. We'll see later. But yeah, with a 15, you're able to prepare a nice meal for everyone. What is the effects of the Gourmand ability again?
Let-
I think it's you're immune to disease, and that might be it.
Hold on. Damn it.
You're like already immune to poison, so that's great. You can just poison the fuck out of the rest of us and not know any of the.
Nice.
Resistant, not immune.
Whatever.
I can't find that info. may
Oh,
have been
God. It did not. It did not drop in apparently. Okay, so I'll just take it off the feat list here because, yeah. See, Gourmand. All right, with your meal. All right, you already got the stat boost. You have proficiency in those tools. You can inspect, drink, or a plate of food within 5 feet of you and determine whether it's poisoned. So, nothing you've made is poisonous. You know that. During a long rest, you can prepare and serve a meal that helps you and your allies recover from the rigors of adventuring. Provided you have the supplies and tools, the meal serves... Alright, each person regains additional hit dice at the end of a long rest. In addition, those who partake in the meal have advantage on constitution saves against disease for the next 24 hours.
Nice.
So, yeah. So, that extra hit dice, for those who wish to stockpile that up to your maximum, you can. I don't know if anybody spent any. Or you can spend that hit dice and do a little bit of recovery. I'm not sure who is still left injured off the top of my head. According to this, we have Jasper still having a couple of hits on him. And Torin could use a little touching up. So, yeah, if you want to roll one of your hit dice for free, you can do that for your recovery, for Kess's meal.
He'll be back in just a second.
Yeah, no worries.
So that gives me just 3 hit points?
Yes, because you suck at rolling, apparently.
Dang.
What am I rolling?
Go ahead and roll one of your hit dice. Kess has cooked a more than satisfactory meal, and you would either gain a hit dice back to your pool, or just pretty much free spend one for additional recovery, because holy crap, this dwarf can cook.
Digest.
Yep, there you go. Yep, that's straight up recovery for you during your rest. And as you're resting, you can spend additional hit dice or spells out of your spell pool before you rest.
I'll throw the joke out there. My old party would expect there to be rocks in there with my cook.
I'm not sure that there's anything around us that actually eats rocks. So that's
Yeah,
good to know.
Some of the guys thought dwarves ate rocks. I kind of humored.
Well, I'll make sure there's no rocks in our food.
Just in case.
I think Jasper would hit people for hurting his rocks.
You definitely wouldn't eat any of the rocks you find around here.
Seems to be a bit of a dark aura around them. I forget. Kess, don't you actually still have that stone turkey?
Yes, I do.
Wow, that's been a while.
That'll take you back.
Not me.
think that was even before we started recording these. So yeah. So
Yep, that was also the pocket full of pinkies.
I refuse to acknowledge that part. Retconning it out of existence.
It was pinky toes, wasn't it?
Fingers.
Just fingers.
Ah,
In hopes that they would actually return to normal, and all of them be missing their pinkies.
I think he
Yeah,
was.
we were-
I think he would have gone for the pinky toes, but he couldn't get the boots off.
we were all operating under the assumption that they were going to come to life.
And I was just being an asshole.
This is true. All right,
So they could roll another hit die if I chose.
hit or spend spells. You're gathering for for what is essentially a long rest. You're bedding down, and that also will determine: are you taking watches, or are you just kind of setting up a campfire and all just passing out at the same time?
I'll take first watch.
Is anyone joining Kess or no?
Carl will join Cass.
All right.
Sylvie is not taking a goddamn watch.
This is no. All right. So the two of you, anything you'd like to do during your watch?
Not in particular.
I'll eat some more food of what was cooked.
Oh yeah, there.
Or drink.
You've and drink. Okay. Go ahead and give me perception checks for your watch. Belly full of delicious roasted meats is doing good for you. Carl, that's you as well. Yeah, no, you're half passed out. The
Tummy
shawarma,
full of food for him is not doing good.
yeah, the shawarma is too mighty. You're half aware throughout your shift. So, crackling firelight, everyone kind of scattered loosely around. Cats are curled up into a ball next to the fire.
Matt, what do you think? Why do you think Torin curled up in a ball near the fire?
Tess is gonna go
Because
ahead
he's a
and
cat.
pull a cucumber out of his bag and go ahead and set it next to the cat.
Okay.
Gonna roll stealth. Fails horribly.
Yes, let's roll stealth for the death
I think
one.
technically that would be sleight of hand.
Yeah, it would be.
Well, in that case,
In that case, it's probably going to be just as bad. Yeah.
Nope, twice as good.
Double.
Okay.
So we do. Are we getting a long enough rest to just fully restore our health and?
No. If you want to recover hit points, you need to spend hit dice, or before going to sleep, have one of the people capable of it cast curing spells on you. Otherwise, you're out in the wilds.
That's kind of like. Oh my god!
Good
that's
job.
why Cass is thinking about spending a level in Barbarian.
Oh god, Song of Rest. So you're gonna be a singing chef with anger issues?
Turn my battle axe into a guitar so I can swing it around at the same time.
Is there?
He's basically gonna be Gordon Ramsay who sings.
That's terrifying. Yes, Jasper.
Sings all those glorious obscenities.
How couple things since I'm new to the whole hit die thing. How many do we get back after a long rest?
You either spend hit dice or you recover half of them during a long rest.
Okay. Half of what you have used.
No, half of your maximum.
Oh, okay. And then, question second: is there anyone that I can tell is like hurt?
I don't know if you can see numbers on the screen here.
Only my own.
Only your own. Okay. Well, as far as the bars are concerned, it looks like you're probably the one who's most beaten up. Although there's some, looks like the tall cat man is roughed up a little bit still. But no one seems very hurt.
If
My tail's
people are seriously needing healing before bedding down, Sophie has plenty of spell slots she can burn before.
Well, like I said, this is your option to do.
Go ahead, burn your free hit dice for sure, but if you need more,
I won't say no.
and I still had like 2 4th level spell slots. I'm pretty sure that'll cap you guys out.
There we go.
There you go. You guys good?
Is
I'm
that
stepping.
two-
Oh,
It's 1 to Jasper and 1 to Torres.
Yay.
I'm stepping away from the keyboard for a second from my push to talk button, but I still have my headset on.
Thank you.
Is it the 10 or the 13?
That would be both. 23 on the first one and 31 on the second one.
I'll take the lower one because
Well, no, Solvi has cast at a higher level, so you get both of that. So one spell is worth 23, the other one is worth... Holy crap.
Yeah, basically 1 to Jasper and 1 to Torres. Because I'm gonna go to sleep anyway, so fuck it, burn.
Burn it.
I just meant I would claim the lower of the 2 spells
No.
because I was almost all the way up with my 4 hit die.
Not that
No
it...
heal like over.
if only that was the case. Alright. Now, let's see here. As far as this
Cat
script...
in Nepal, under a tree.
Okay. I'm presuming to be a close by tree, still within the sphere of light.
Yes.
Okay, so now if everything has gone according to plan, at least on this screen, everyone can see everybody else's hit points. I know I can kind of see it, so that means absolutely nothing. All right, so
I see nothing because I'm still looking at the screen with all
We
of
still
us
see
and
the
the
main
pretty
screen.
map in the background.
still can't see the
I only
party
see my
screen.
own.
I should have been visible to everybody. Come on. Where is this?
No, it's in 2.
Okay, so I gotta click this one as well. Alright. That'll teach me to not stay up on all the features as they come across.
XD party then.
Yay! Just 'cause while we're here, we might as well make it a true party screen. Okay. Congratulations, I fixed one thing out of the myriad of other things that I've got to fix. Alright.
Good
So
boy,
for
Tata.
some reason, on mine, Jasper's the only one that doesn't have numbers. He has a
The only
red
one-
bar but no numbers.
Oh my god!
Is it the same for anyone else?
Yeah,
or
if
is
it's
it
just
a-
me, let me know.
No, it's, I think it's because I
Mine
started
is
with
a
him.
Secret.
There it is.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright. I edited everything but that bit. Okay, on his. Hooray, things... Oh god. And watch, something else is gonna break.
It's like you can see when people are destined to die, like in Death Note.
Why does this person just have question marks for their hit points?
They're outside of your skill range.
Either that or the coding has failed and you found out who the boss is.
Oh, no.
Hidden boss monster? What?
Why did a cloud giant just roll initiative?
Oh, hey, you know, that's not a terrible idea. What did he roll for his perception?
And
20.
This is why. And this is why Kess took Underspeak and Deepspeak for extra language.
Undercommon.
Yes.
Undercommon and deep speech. Because I want to be able to talk to drow and eldritch abominations.
Basically, anything that lives in the Underdark, you're good.
Yeah, for the most part.
Kess is praying to old gods while he cooks.
Not old gods, old Shwarmamu.
Technically a new god. An ancient being, a new god. Just wait until Shwarmamu appears on the party list.
Anxiously awaiting.
No.
The world is over.
The world
Oh,
would be
no.
over.
I'll know everything has gone according to plan and my life has been fulfilled.
No. It's everything you needed in life. So, Kess, during your watch, and kind of keeping the fire stoked up, you hear a lot of wildlife about you. Now, these lands are semi-familiar to you. I mean, granted, you don't generally go this far south, but you are aware of the general.
What
I'm
kind
gonna-
of wildlife is around?
One second. I'm going to break the narrative here and say no. Do not.
Damn it.
A pox upon you if you do. All right. The person who that comment is directed towards, they will know, and we can continue. You shut your face, Roro.
It's
I'm about to
not-
say, we all know who it's directed to, considering the person does not know how to, control them.
It's cute.
So, Kess, you were stationed in Oridea, which is a fair bit north and into this mountain range. You know that it kind of curls off to the north, and is in this forested valley in the high mountain peaks of this area. Now, so as such, you know that there's a lot of, very hardy looking creatures around here. All right, fine. We can go with that. Roll initiative.
Optimus Prime, is that you?
I don't know. That was kind of terrifying. But, but none of these sounds are too far out of what you would imagine for this mid-altitude area. For what you know. Because the area which you come from is a lot higher up in the elevations, and, kind of like, your sense of direction isn't super good right now. But it's like, you can't quite pick out. While the sun was fading, you couldn't quite pick out where your home was. Because normally, from even in the valley, if you found a clearing, you could see up to the peaks, which would have taken you back to the home. But it's kind of this nice nostalgic feeling being within the area. But it just kind of gives you those, the thoughts of home. Getting a little nostalgic about the past and the people who you used to basically bend steel with. And it's just an otherwise uneventful, peaceful, kind of nostalgic night for you. Who's taking second watch?
I will.
I can.
Unless you don't want to definitely watch out, I get it.
No, that's fine. I mean, so we have Torin and Dominic were taking second watch?
Yeah.
Okay. Torin, give me a wisdom save.
Really.
You kind of blink awake, and there's this weird green vegetable just kind of sitting next to you. He's like, the fuck?
Shall I be alarmed? Is there initiative rolling or
No, you're fine. It's just there. Just
Roll initiative on the cucumber.
yeah. No. Totally got that wisdom. Totally got the wisdom save. You saved versus cucumber.
Actually, I wish I would have failed that one now.
So the two of you have your next watch. Go ahead and you can give me a round of perception checks yourselves. All right. Is there anything?
Or hearing.
You hear the ocean. The same as you hear
It was
all
a
the
sea
time.
cucumber.
Oh, God.
You said you hear the ocean, sea cucumber,
Kess, why do you even exist? That's terrible. Good job. If you could make the DM rage quit with your puns, I think you kind of win D&D. So, is there anything the two of you are doing with your watch?
Generally, Torin's going to keep moving back and forth in his general areas so that he can keep an eye on everything, keeping the camp to his back.
I'm
Okay.
just looking stupid.
All right. So basically, you're kind of distracted as Torin restlessly kind of paces the camp for hours. Just it's something. He's very attentive and almost spinning like he's a radar dish at times.
Basically, I'm sitting there thinking, must resist petting cat.
I mean, you can try, but initiative's gonna go real quick.
Oh, wow. Okay. So,
Slip. Pets cat with dagger.
oh, ooh, that's my bad. Sorry. Ooh, that'll grow back, right?
Mm.
So, the hours pass. Torin keeps watch. Dominic, keeps the fire going. But otherwise, again, passes uneventfully. Is there a third watch, and who is taking it?
I will.
All right, you probably have Jasper. You probably have Allfire kind of taking watch with you. So go ahead and roll your checks. Oh yeah, that turned out a lot better than I thought. Why is that a
Wait,
different
oops,
color?
oops, hold on.
Yeah, why is it gray? What the crap?
That's a good question.
It'd be the 11.
Yeah, I know it's an 11, but why the fuck is it gray?
Because I was messing around with my thing. It's a toggle for me now because I hated that it was always rolling both.
Okay, so
I had it toggled over to what it is normally, but I forgot it would make it actual advantage. Just disregard this.
well, normally we go with a left number anyway, but okay, that's a weird ass toggle then. All right, so that was like rolling with the new. Okay, weird. People doing weird things with Roll20.
I turned it off.
So as you're going, there's a let's see. What if, okay, that's bad.
This is not what I like to hear.
Oh no, unrelated.
That's what DMs always say.
Yeah, I know, but this is actually legit unrelated.
That is also what they always say.
We say a lot of things as DMs go. No, apparently Ken's internet crapped out. That's why he's silent right now.
He left a while ago.
Yeah, well, I was busy railing against my mother and
Whoa.
I don't know what you're talking
Whoa.
about.
you know what you did.
You know what? Do not make me publicly post my address for her.
I mean, this is going on the internet, so at your own peril.
I know you have secretly messaged me.
At your own peril. Because you see, whether or not she does what has been discussed, I will assume that it has, and will take actions accordingly. I'm just saying, beware.
You're so cute when you're angry, especially in your baby pictures.
You are. October can't come soon enough. You all will feel my righteous wrath. But anyway.
Why are you the same brand as your background?
That's the alcohol. So Jasper, your watch goes pretty uneventfully as well. So little bits of small talk from Alfier, just basically asking, like, where you came from. Little things like that.
He doesn't really get much of any use. Where do you come from? The mountains. Which ones? Big ones. The best ones.
Well, for what it's worth, during that in a bit of an attempt to get you to see if you'll open up a little bit, he'll offer that he and his wife actually have a home that is a shrine within the mountains, pretty far to the south of where the town you guys conglomerated around. But yeah, they basically had a sea cliff side shrine that they lived in. And
Home sweet home.
yep. But other than that, just little attempts at small talk to try and pass the evening by, and shortly enough, you'll start to see the break of dawn.
Until the break of dawn.
Yep.
Sorry.
So, people start, kind of coming to, rousing again. Elia, can you give me a wisdom save real quick, please? Yeah, no shit's given. It's you wake up. It seems like Torin had moved in the evening and kind of settled back down, but there's this weird green lump just kind of sitting by. Just kind of wonder if Torin might have forgot it there or dropped it. You don't know.
What is Torin doing with it?
I don't know. She woke up and there's this thing there. It's all right though. Whatever.
Still a good use of a cucumber.
I was kind of hoping one of them would fail versus cucumber.
Me too. Oh, now.
It's like, don't use your
Guess
good
we'll
rolls.
Guess we'll have to continue bringing them along.
Now, you see, unfortunately, that's one of those one-time saves. They either save versus cucumber or they don't. Clearly, these cats don't give two fucks.
We've seen more than cucumbers.
Yes.
They'll probably be afraid if it started to pickle.
Maybe. That's just a smell issue at that point.
Did you
So,
ever see that Family Guy episode?
no. But moving on, we had so everybody's kind of getting their stuff together. Those who prepare spells can go and get their spells for the day prepared, altered as they see fit. Looking at you, druids.
So we don't gotta prepare shit, but you still will say a prayer in the morning.
Basically, yeah, you and Alfair kind of move off to the side and, as conduct your morning prayer. So you kind of get into your meditative state. He brings up from the earth this stone bowl that's just kind of there, and you do your morning blessings and your rites.
Guess we'll get a fire going.
Basically, all you have to do is stoke the fire up. Throughout the watch, everybody's able to keep that up.
Oh, okay.
And basically, you were going to end up, taking what food from the night before, reheating it up and getting everybody ready to go.
Somehow the food tastes even better than it did yesterday.
No, doesn't taste any worse. You don't actually have to make a check for your leftovers. Not unless you dropped one of those psychedelic mushrooms in it at this time.
Nope, didn't even try.
Didn't even try. So with that, everybody's kind of browsing, doing their prayers, their meditations, all that good stuff. Torin.
Yes.
Dominic violates the first rule of television and takes care of actual biological needs. How dare you? But no, Torin, you're looking over your what notes you had, what Adrian had given you, and it looks like there seem to be two main points of entry here. There is, of course, a front gate to the mansion. There is also on this sketch, this rough sketch of the immediate area for this, a cavern off to the side of the castle ground, of the manor grounds, that you can try and get into, which basically notes that there is a cavern within there that will lead you up into the cellar.
To avoid someone.
Otherwise, there's a front gate over the high stone walls. Or behind the high stone walls.
Is the gate going to assumingly just be open, or did we get a key of some sort?
No, but the gate is essentially a stout wooden lattice.
So we can throw Carl to the other side. So I'm on the other side.
Maybe if you really wanted to.
What about Carl?
We're throwing you over the fence.
Oh, fuck. Carl says, "Let's do it."
It's the walls around there are described to be about like 15 feet high, and there is a broad walkway going across all of it. So
We have a dwarf, a rage dwarf, and a halfling. I still say this is possible.
I mean, it's entirely possible. There are, I'm just saying, based on, excuse me, based on the notes that you have at your disposal, there are two methods of entry possible.
Describe it one more time.
Well, that depends entirely on whether or not Torin is sharing this information, or if Elia tattles on.
He's going to kind of just take the paper and just smack it against Elia's face, like the side of her head, to get her attention, and point to the options to read aloud. Sorry, would you like to make a roll who was not paying attention? So Torin's going to take the instructional papers for the mission and just smack them to the corner to the side of Elia's face to get her attention to read options on entry.
Laser pointer. Need a laser pointer.
This is terrible. No.
Sorry, I was distracted prepping spells.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's fine.
Speaking of prepping spells, just like I assume my character would know. We're going into a house, right? Can I cast things like Ice Storm inside of a house?
You can.
Question.
Okay.
So long as you you would have to read your you read your description. Some spells can't be cast in that manner.
So long as
But
it
those
doesn't
will,
say anything
yes, so
about it.
long as it doesn't explicitly say it has to be done outdoors. Like, I'm wondering if Call
Burning
Lightning
Hands.
has that restriction. No, Burning Hands can totally be cast indoors. What are you kidding me? Sometimes it's the most fun to cast it indoors.
Sometimes you should not cast it on the bot. Don't give a completely on.
Quinn,
Yo.
could Carl, in theory,
I used it in a forest.
Yes, Call Lightning cannot be used in see this guy. Okay, good to know.
No.
Thank you.
are we still
So we poke a hole in
trying
the
to get over the
ceiling.
wall?
We are, you are in the planning stages of that because you have, well, Elia is getting subtly tapped on.
Well, could Carl attempt to use an arrow along with his rope and shoot to the top of the wall and somehow like climb his way up?
There's a rage door. Just have him throw it.
I mean, there's nothing stopping the attempt.
I mean, I could also just not get face planted into a wall. That wouldn't hurt.
But where's the fun in that?
There's the fun in Carl maybe surviving, not getting killed by his own teammate.
Carl. Bend at the knees. Square your shoulders.
Trust in the heart of the cards.
Kess is pretty strong, but I don't think he's gonna pancake
shit,
you
no.
against the wall.
So I was busy meditating. What's happening?
Then what are our two options upon entry? Is that what you were talking about?
Well, I've given you information.
Yeah.
How are you presenting this to the others?
I was smacking it to Elliot's face to read it aloud. So, let me just make up some options.
So, Elia?
I'm sorry, Mr. Riscaberry. Did you want something? What am I supposed to do with this?
Kess is
The
already
amount of
trying to
passive
run up the wall.
aggressiveness in this. I'd expect that to end up shoved somewhere you don't want it.
How can someone so sweet and cute be passive aggressive? We'll find out.
On the next episode.
With our heroes.
Quinn, could Carl like investigate said wall to see if it is climbable or is it flat?
It is a you are a fair bit away from it.
Can Kess go parkour on this thing?
That's basically what I was asking.
You
Can
know,
I
my
like rock
thoughts were
climb
that.
this thing?
There is certainly
Is it-
nothing stopping the attempt.
Is it a stone wall?
Who's the lightest looking person?
Who do you think?
Carl.
Or the
Now
ball.
wait a minute, that stone wall question is pretty valid.
Yes, exactly. That's why I asked. Like, is it a
Mainly
rugged
because of the
wall, or-
stone druid.
Hey, you got a couple of stone-based people here. This is pretty. You were assuming that they are stone walls. You, like I said, you are far enough away from the manor still that you can't really see more than just the top. Basically, the top of the roof. And currently, you see the cats kind of low-key bickering with each other over a slip of paper.
Sounds
I'll
like cats.
ignore this and continue to keep walking towards the house.
So you're breaking off from the group?
Yep.
You can't speak faster than I type.
Hey, look! Torrent's doing what Carl wants.
Kess is gonna roll deception with Carl real quick. Hey Carl, come here.
Deception? What are you trying to do there?
Just.
I know what he's trying to do. You freaking damn great.
Insight check.
Yeah, no, I'm still not entirely certain of what you're trying to accomplish here.
Trying to get Carl to come over here.
Carl is apparently just walking off towards the castle, or the manor house.
No, even better.
He's not exactly being subtle about it. So as the two of you are kind of flailing over bits of paper, the group just sees, the little halfling just kind of get up and start meandering over to the wall, or towards the keep. I'm guessing with you definitely see this happening, Dominic. In fact, everybody does. It's not exactly a subtle thing, because I think Kess was going up over to
I was
it.
going to ask if I could see if, anything was maybe watching us.
Shit, with that roll? Fuck.
If we can see him, and he's not being subtle about it, what else can see him?
You think you might see some shapes off into the darkness that look fairly large.
Beyond the wall.
Like,
Stephen King.
well, no, it's as you see him kind of walking up the path, and there still is, a path that leads up to this manor house. Dominic, you think you might have, for a brief moment, seen something, but kind of like it in that manner of you blink and it's gone.
And he's heading towards it?
If you're judging where you saw this figment like thing, it looks like he's gonna brush pretty close up to it.
Do I see 8 legs?
You don't see anything.
I don't want more blink spiders.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
Alright, can I, call out to Carl to let him know to come back?
You absolutely can do that.
Not loud, but he shouldn't be that far away from us, right?
No, but as you're watching this, he's kind of wandered about 30, 40 feet away from camp at the moment.
Does Carl need perception to hear this?
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
How do you roll? Okay, it showed up blank for a minute.
Yeah, roll 20. It's got lag. Okay, so you hear this. You hear the voice of Dominic basically stage whispering to you.
Psst, get back here!
I'm gonna go ahead and turn around and look at him and go, "What do you mean? Nothing wrong, is there?"
And then Kessa's gonna run up and go.
He's just calling back. Well, you're running up there. It's still probably going to be about a 10-minute walk or so. You are not super close to this, but within 10 minutes. But as you kind of start jogging up to this, up towards the halfling, you hear him just call right back out to Dominic. And Dominic, that inner rogue part of you just takes a stab to the heart, because this little halfling doesn't seem to have subtlety in mind for itself. Stage whispering to it and just full-throated, "What?" back at you. So, yeah. Give me just a second here.
The halfling thinks in his head he also makes great bait.
We aren't fishing, man.
But I'm small enough to be bait.
I shall remember that next time I want to catch him.
Never go fishing in D&D. Fucking
Why
ever.
not?
That is a good question, actually.
Because sometimes you catch a kraken.
It's all fun and games. You have to roll it.
How is there not fishing when you can literally buy a fishing tackle?
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying you shouldn't.
I heard there's not never go. Sorry.
I say not never because no, that's a terrible thing to even try and do.
Vic did pretty well.
Yeah.
But cats like fish. Are you going to really let us not do that?
Some fish like cats.
No.
No.
Yes.
Depends on the fish.
Say that as if you're the fish that likes cats.
I mean, maybe.
No comment.
It's not worth it. We'll be hungry in an hour.
Oh, good.
Since
Oh,
Carl
wrong
was
ca-
told to stop, I think Carl is just gonna go ahead and sit in the middle there and wait.
Oh, don't worry. You called back out. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten about you. You just have to forgive me as I do something real quick.
Come on, Cass, hurry up and toss him before initiative is rolled.
Toss.
Yeah. You have none of you paid attention to what I've said about how far this keep is away from you?
Or like what, 10 minutes you said?
Power
Yes.
throw. Come on, you got this.
There's a 1 in 20 chance that it's gonna work.
Enrage.
Tell Carl. Yeah, tell Cass that Carl wants to be shot out of a giant arrow. Out of a giant bow as an arrow.
I was gonna say
Like a
I can shoot
ballista?
Carl with an arrow.
Shut up. Yeah. A giant bow.
We must
So
buy a ballista.
that's a terrible idea. How would you carry that around?
We
We
wouldn't.
wouldn't, we'd just
it would be
fire
a
it.
one-time use.
Would definitely be one-time use.
We
So
can buy a ballista and just store it at the house, but one day it will be.
Have to use the summoning jutsu.
it's like a reverse teleportation circle. It's a remote teleportation circle from the circle to where you are. Which honestly is an amazing. I really like that idea. To be fair,
Your Uber Ballista is here.
Well, it's Carl's Uber.
I mean, that is an idea. So we're just going to.
Brief peek into Dominic's mind.
Yeah. Can't say it's invalid.
It's not unwarranted.
No.
A real life side note, I will say, my wife picked up this clay ice pack. Thing is freaking awesome. It freezes in less than an hour and lasts quite a while. Works really good for this rate.
I am intrigued.
Okay, this is why I should remember to stay off of Discord while I this. Dear God, I want to watch Tropic Thunder again. My life. So, okay. So, you turn to, just... You kind of turn around and just... Yeah, what? Something wrong? And then you hear the... and then there's goo everywhere.
Did
And
Carlton
this-
explode?
No, no, not goo, not gore. And
I was gonna say,
there's
Dominic, like, you know, Dominic, you're supposed to keep it in your pants. Just saying.
see, and you hear this as from this gooey mass.
The screech
these-
is also the awkward,
Yes.
the awkward result of a rage boner.
God
Yeah.
damn.
It won't go down.
Cass, what's wrong with you?
So we're just going to go over here real quick for you.
Another one of these fucking spiders. I'm gonna die. Oh,
Someone just had to be loud.
That's fine.
Wait.
Carl wants vengeance.
Oh,
Okay, we got that. So, on. Okay, that's nicely set up there. So we're gonna have everybody jump onto initiative real quick.
Damn it! I hate when I do.
If it pleases the court, and it does.
Question: how do you get advantage on initiative?
Double check to see if you've got it.
I do. I'm just wondering what the difference is because it only pulls up with one number.
It looks like it's rolled twice, so yeah.
You
It'll
have-
only display the higher number for your initiative score.
Oh, okay, because I've got
Yeah, I know. I checked your roll, and it does list as having rolled twice.
gotcha.
So yeah, it's automatically calculated in because I think we futzed with your character sheet, and by we I mean probably Fluffy. It's not that I have a co-DM, it's just if I had one. Mainly because it's fucking with your character sheet, Kess. It's because of you.
Right.
Because you have an official Jaeger pilot.
Someone call PJ Masks.
Hey, you know what's funny is Carl's roll reflects his fucking choice.
Yeah. It's kind of surprising what just happened here. It's a little shocking to you. Let's see, that's
So wait, which part? Which part is surprising?
just like hey, what's wrong, y'all? And then and you're like, "Oh. Oh. Oh."
Well, clearly the only person that was more ready than the damn spiders was Cass.
Okay, well that was a good initiative roll. Too bad he's got a negative initiative. In fact, we're just gonna blip. He's off doing other things.
We'll
He's
just
do-
assume
he-
he is
he's-
sleeping.
He's doing his prayers elsewhere. Come on. Put you over on to here. Yes. Yes, that will work quite nicely actually.
Why is my character not showing up on the turn order?
That's what I was wondering.
Did you not
Not click it?
you didn't click your token?
What token? I don't have a token.
You
Oh, there
have
it
a
is.
token.
Lol.
It wasn't showing up for me.
Again, there's only so far you being carved open is going to get you.
There we go. Now it's still not showing up.
No, you're on initiative. Let's see here. So you had a
There it goes.
16.
I'll take the new one.
No, you won't.
Yeah, it's my mistake. Yeah, I apologize. So I re-rolled, and we have to take the re-rolled one. Come on now.
Yeah, no.
Hilarious.
No. In fact, no.
Damn, I was hoping to get the better of the two.
See.
No, you're not having quadruple advantage.
See, the thing is, I get my new one because it's a negative.
But 2 negatives equal a positive.
That's true.
It's my life.
And Gasper is the one with the positive.
Okay, so there you go. We've got...
God.
We've got that it's initiatives. Yeah, well.
My rolls suck today. Clearly.
I like that the two with the lowest dexterity, nat 20,
Yeah, isn't that nice?
and everybody with high dexterity got lower than the spider.
Isn't that always just the way that it goes?
Whatever. Spider's gonna die.
Assuming there's only one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we see one, there's always 12 more.
Well, there's a good, actually, about, I want to say close to 50 spiders right about now. Because it's just, a lot of them are really tiny and in a swarm crawling over the halfling.
I'm still going to jump, turn
Carl's gonna
order, and shoot my arrow at the half.
It's,
Attempted assassination.
yeah,
But
it's
then
like,
I'll use my help on him.
What?
it's just, pop! It's like, no, it was totally the spider that did that. Totally the spider. Okay, so,
Misdirection.
So, Carl, these things swarm you, and you're quick enough to bat them off, but holy crap, you also need to make a dexterity save to begin. What did I say for that?
I'll be right back.
Okay. So,
Give it. Homeboy wants us to clear his house out. Did he say anything about torching the whole place because it's infested with spiders?
this was not explicitly there was nothing for or against this course of action directly.
Torrance silently hides the papers. No, not at all.
I mean, you are supposed to clear it of you are supposed to clear it of the infestation and the gathering hordes / darkness.
Well, there's no way to cleanse darkness like fire.
No, he never did say how we had to do it, and he never said the house had to be completely intact.
We're going to assume that having his ancestral home survive was probably part of what's going on.
Yeah, well, we also have a few earthquake spells. If y'all want to step up.
We could blame it on natural disaster.
Or on the
We
barbarian.
know what happened.
Just rapid onset stones from the sky. We don't know how it happened. It just I don't even know.
Get from RNG this.
Some guy with a really big sword summoned meteor.
Yeah, really weird.
This whole planet, like, I'm fuzzy on the backstory, but it was like there was a calamity, right?
Yes. In very recent history, about roughly 6 months ago, in fact, all the lights went out Like, there was no sun, there was no moon, there were no stars. It was just darkness for the better part of maybe 2 months-ish, to where people can roughly assume. So it's been about 3-4 months that things have been, the lights have been in existence again. Though when the lights came back on, and even during that thing, things were different.
It was a terrible few months because you didn't see my gorgeous face.
Calm down, Roro.
Wrong character. Oh god.
We
Yeah.
weren't too disappointed.
So, Carl, you are restrained
Oh.
as these strands just kind of like hit you in the back and explode outward, and you are tangled in this
Now, quick
this
question.
mess.
Is this an area ability or is this a single target kind of thing?
It is an area of effect. However, it is not damaging. Therefore, your evasion doesn't work.
You rat bastard. You knew what I was going at too. I was like, damn.
Yeah, it's almost like I play monks. Yeah, sorry, your evasion and your uncanny dodge and all that good, happy stuff. Yeah, no. And in fact, actually, Kess, you're gonna need to give me a similar save for your dexterity. Yeah,
Hold on.
Okay, even with advantage, that's a 9. Even
Honestly,
if
I
I
didn't
were...
even make it with a 13, Christ.
Hold on. How about
This is not a trap nor a spell.
All stuff wrong.
Yeah, basically
fine.
you're just running up to these things and then just and you're kind of rooted to the ground. Your arms are kind of pinned to your side as these half spectral gray lightly smoking strands have just kind of like roped you down.
You're stuck in spider cum, deal with it.
Ooh.
Yes.
Fine. We know how to get rid of.
Spider
If they wanna
spooch,
They
radioactive
wanna
spider.
grapple,
Sorry.
they can grapple.
You are considered restrained.
Ooh.
Bad times for all.
At least they're using the silk.
Sure.
Spider silk.
Sure. You go ahead and figure that out. So yes, that is the surprise round, which will bring it all the way back to Mr. Barzak.
Yay. So, let's see, I can move 25 feet, so I can get to there, right?
Yes.
JR, I want to be that spider.
Yeah. And then, would something along that line hit a tree?
No. It would go past the underbrush. So you have line of effect there.
Sweet. I am going to. I've had enough of these spiders. I'm going to lightning bolt at level 4.
Wow.
Oh, holy fuck. Okay. That is a dexterity save for the creature.
I don't see where they would do damage.
No. So at level 4, that will be 9d6 worth of electrical damage.
Oh, yeah. It might
Well.
try to give you good boy pat
Ouch.
So, ugh.
Can he reroll
That's
ones?
No, he can't. But I really, really think he wishes he could. So that is 29 points of lightning damage to this spider. Alright, you still have your bonus action should you have something you wish to do with it.
Should
Alright.
walk up with a torch and burn this frickin' crap.
I moved as far as I could.
Heave a torch.
Okay, so with that, we have the spiders, because they all have one
Keyword
initiative. So.
plural.
Well, yes, you have the giant one, and then you have the swarm. So, Jasper, you are getting a spine spit at you, which,
Yay!
at its range, is at a disadvantage.
Yay!
Some disadvantage, eh?
Yeah, go ahead and make for me a Constitution save. All right, so that is a total of 11 points of damage between piercing and necrotic. You saved versus that bit. And let's see if it, at the end of its turn, it gets to try for that. Nope. And nope. Right.
Dwarven expletive.
Wait, what happened to the big spider?
Big bag will go.
Oh yeah, you weren't here.
Hmm?
Yeah. Kess doesn't know anything about these things. Yeah, so Kess, as you're rooted down trying to struggle against this, you see this hulking spider. It's kind of gray, semi-translucent, big as a motherfucker, and you see it just like kind of the wisps kind of swirl around it and like almost like heat wavers, and it's gone.
Ooh, shiny.
And I need to go over here real quick. Don't worry about it.
You understand my swear.
I'm worrying about it.
Yeah, in fact, there's a few people who understand your swear.
Who swore in what language?
Jasper swore in Dwarven.
I don't speak that one. Damn it.
Me neither.
Nope.
I can read a lot of stuff.
I'm glad I moved.
Yeah, I've only got 4 languages currently.
Alfir understood.
Sylvie speaks 6 languages. They just tend to be the more
Weird ones.
celestial and what?
The shit that normally doesn't get spoken.
I
The
have
more
Draconic,
religious
Goblin,
one.
Infernal, and Thieves' King.
Common, Elvish, Halfling, Primordial.
One? No? Okay. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'll just make a note of that.
Mine tend to be the religious ones. You know, celestial, abyssal, infernal.
Well, at least we can have a conversation.
Well,
Very true.
I would have sworn in Druidic, but I feel like they would.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's-
you
that's
swear
it.
in whatever language comes natural to.
Yep, absolutely you do.
I just feel like Druidic swears would all be like about plants dying or something. I don't know.
Now, will
Oh,
my
rock
swearing-
grinders. I don't know.
Will my swearing cause an action?
It's a bonus action for you. Actually, if it's one of the basic ones like you've been teaching me, I think it wouldn't count as an action.
I can make that happen.
Okay, so Torin, Elia, Alfir, and Solvi need to make dexterity saves. Our favorite saves.
God, did anybody make it?
Torin made it.
Yay!
Torin is not restrained.
No, but something has a bloody nose looking at Elia.
Bondage kitten. I mean, what? I don't know what you're talking about at all. So after all of that, Carl, you're getting swarmed at. A 22 will in fact hit you. I'm certain of that.
For now.
For now. Yeah. So that is 8 points of piercing and necrotic damage total. As, fuck, we've got Alfir. Kind of wants to burn it down, but, no, we got Sylvie in there. So he's going to...
Just do it, babe.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be at disadvantage, but he's going to try and essentially break you free of this. No, wait, he can try and... He's gonna save to break himself free and then rip you out using his movement. Yeah, no, he's still stuck. This thing's got you locked down pretty hard. Torin, you are free of the webbing.
If I'm mathing correctly, I think I can move here.
That would also be trying to be moving through a creature.
Well, if you go around, say,
How far can you move?
how far away?
What's your movement speed?
50.
Yeah, you can circle around to that spot.
Oh. I'm gonna die on that.
Maybe. You moved a little too far, but there you go.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay. My bad. Oh.
So you leave the rest of your party in a giant sticky spidery web to go and run up to this horrendous ethereal creature.
Yeah, they can stay sticky by themselves. So much silence, thank you, everybody.
What else are you doing?
I'm gonna do 2 short swords.
Holy fuck.
Isn't that a death blow? Double nat 20?
Whoa.
So, did you... Okay, so that's that. You still have your extra attack if you want to use your bonus for it. Or, no, wait. That was that. And then if you use your bonus, you can get an extra strike.
For the unarmed strike, right? Or
Yeah, if you want to do that. But go ahead and roll me just another straight d20, if you would, please.
a d20? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, no. It is not uber crit. But holy fuck, man. Rolling a pair of natural 20s, that is amazing. You can carry out your other unarmed attack if you want. Or you can use, key points for, like, patient defense or something.
So,
It's up to you, but you do have your bonus. Okay. So that is 15... 16, 17 points of damage total.
So close
Yours,
to being a death blow.
yeah, it was. Oh, I wouldn't have made it a death blow, but oh my god, uber crit. So you do 26 points of damage because your second swipe, it kind of ducked out of the way. But very nice. You kind of start laying into this creature, hacking off fairly deep gouges into it. It's certainly not happy with you in the least.
I'm not very thrilled. You know what? Middle finger. That's my bonus attack.
That you know what? That'll be a free action. Middle finger. That's fine.
Yay! The universal of all.
Yeah, it is. Pretty much. Kess,
Lies.
Yes.
you are restrained. You can use your action to make a strength check to try and break free of the webbing. You succeed in doing so. The area is difficult terrain for you, but you are free.
Okay. So if I stay in this, I'll get webbed again.
No.
Well, in that case,
Yeah,
No,
you're
do I
you're
have
you're in
any
you're in
buffer?
no threat to getting restrained again, but you each square costs double the movement.
okay. So what are my options?
You have
Sir.
whatever your movement and your bonus is.
All right. Then I'm gonna go ahead and enrage because that's a free action, and then I'm gonna go ahead.
That's a bonus action.
It is.
Yeah, and as a side note, if you are not attacked, by the start of your next turn, your rage will drop.
All right, then I will hold off, and then I will just go ahead and then I'll go ahead and unarmed strike the. s-
Uh,
And
you don't have you can't use your extra attack or anything, or unarmed
I thought I could use it as a bonus action.
when you attack.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
you
in
can
that
either get away, or I mean, if you want to rage, you can, but it doesn't look like anything's directly paying attention to you.
So, 2 seconds. The screen wigged out. Alright, so you said it's difficult terrain where I am currently, correct?
Yes.
Is that still considered difficult terrain, right where I'm pinging?
The square 2 below you is not.
Okay. So then 35, I should be able to get to there.
So from there it was 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, because that is essentially 25 feet of your movement.
Okay.
So you are all up in its grill,
Yep.
leaving Carl alone to deal with the swarm of spiders as he's roped down to the ground. Okay.
God damn you.
Carl's used to it by now. He was engulfed
Yeah.
in the spider's lap.
Yeah,
Well, in that
Carl's
case-
pretty frickin' used to dealing with like frickin' several spiders on his own.
Several swarms of spiders.
Yes.
I'll be back for
indeed.
you, Carl. I promise.
You know what? Speaking
back.
of, okay, a couple of them try to kind of swarm over you on the webs but you swat them off as you're running away, or towards the greater danger.
Okay. And then I will go ahead and pull my axe out and red.
All right, so you are ready to engage these things.
Yep.
Man, they almost got you. Holy shit. All right, Mr. Dobkins. Yeah, you could have seen all of this happening. Why did the halfling have to yell? And now there's sticky web like fucking everywhere.
He's so small, he thinks that his voice doesn't reach our ears without yelling.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's also a redneck, so what can you do?
I mean, technically, it doesn't really reach my ears, so good job.
This.
Yeah, but
It's
none
fair.
of us do.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if I could help the midget. I cannot.
Yeah, 30 feet. He's a little ways away from you.
Do I get trapped in the web if I go through it, or just?
No, that was the initial. Yeah, it's difficult terrain. You only have to make the save when the initial explosion goes off. Okay. Let's see here. These have a. So you're taking stabs at them, but you're trying to basically poke into a pile of these things, and it looks like you hadn't really come away with anything on the tip of your blade.
Always trying to do the slashies.
Yeah. Well, a rapier is a thrusting weapon, but yeah, you just barely missed.
You would know, wouldn't you, Quinn?
I mean, I didn't have to kill them. I just had to, fling them.
Well, I mean, you haven't killed any spiders, but there's a couple that are kind of scattered from the main hub. Then they're starting to kind of converge on one another again.
You fling one, it lands on you.
Yeah. There's one on Elia's shoulder now. Good job.
You're welcome.
You still have your
Cat will
bonus.
eat spiders.
Maybe if they're big enough.
I can't remember what it's called.
You do have your help action.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find. I couldn't remember what it's called. It's not exactly called help. It's called
Yeah.
Master of Intrigue.
Yes. But you can use the help action on someone within 30 feet, correct? For their attack?
Yeah.
Is it just on the attack? Or is it just the help action?
In attacking a creature.
Okay.
Help to aid
Help.
them in attacking.
Yes. All right.
So, which one of the 4 losers around me is going to be attacking?
I don't know. I mean, for the people in the web, I mean, Solvi, Alfier, and Elefera are all kind of tied down in webs right now. I mean, Jasper's free, and
Yeah, I'm gonna pass it to Jasper.
okay. Congratulations, you have the help action, as you so eloquently put it. Eliafira.
So, what can I do with being restrained?
You can make a strength check to break out.
You
And if
can.
I don't do that,
Uh,
because I have no strength.
You never know if you don't try.
you can always try and guess at whatever the spider's safe word is.
Fire.
Well, I was
I
kind of
almost spit my alcohol. Don't do that.
No, that's exactly the reaction I was hoping for.
I was kind of thinking produce flame, but I don't know if like her hands are free or anything like.
Okay, so as
Arachnophobia.
that's what you're gonna have at the end of this. Okay, so restrained. A restrained creature's speed becomes 0, and it cannot benefit to bonus to speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creatures have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. And,
Safe word is sea cucumber.
fuck you, Cass.
That's what the spider gets to do on its next turn.
Oh, okay. So yeah, your hands are kind of you're really tied down here. You can make an attack roll on something, but it would have disadvantage.
So That's fine. So that's a yes that I can cast Produce Flame. It'll just be at a disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm throwing fire at the spiders.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an extra d20 for me, please. Okay. So, you manage to, kind of get your arm up away from your body enough to kind of like soft underhand pitch a small glob of fire into the spiders. It kind of hits on the outer edge and kind of sparks off to them, also catching onto the webs, and those things go up. As people remember that they are extremely flammable. So the spiders will in all of that will take 4 points of damage combined, and everybody who is in the web will take 2 points of fire damage, but they are no longer restrained. All right, so that's your action.
And bonus.
You have bonus shillelagh.
Yes. But the time being, favor.
Okay. So, Coral.
Carl is going to try and get the fuck out of that. It's a strength check or saving throw. It's a check, right?
I believe it is a...
Definitely not.
Yes, it is a check.
Oh.
Nope. You're still,
Damn.
oh my god. It's in your hair. You think some of it's in your ears. Oh, you almost get the sinking suspicion that some of it is not entirely solid still, and it's down the back of your shirt.
So what you're trying to say is it's making its way towards my ass crack.
Maybe. I'm just saying, you got a big old face full of spider spooge, and it's just getting everywhere.
Carl is not happy about this.
Okay, so
So wait, quick
you
question.
have a bonus action if you can
Well,
make something of it.
Well, that's the thing is, you're counting it. I got the 0, right? I'm at disadvantage, correct?
No, you just this is a strength check,
Oh, okay.
and you didn't succeed. Therefore,
Gotcha.
you are still restrained. You have
Okay,
no
I see.
movements. You have no movement speed. You do still have your bonus action available to you if there's something you want to try with that.
I don't see anything I can use. So.
Okay.
Carl is screwed.
Sully. A little bit of light scorching there,
Okay.
but it could be worse.
Just gonna move right there and try to shocky this.
And just sticks her fists all up in that spider mass. As there's a pulse of storm energy that kind of erupts out from her fingertips. And you see a couple... a couple of spiders burst from the pile.
Just for my own mental image, does it sound like a bug zapper?
Totally.
A little bit like you have the lightning racket, but kind of as it's going, it almost sounds like rolling thunder first, as there's a slight mist coming from like the space in between Solvy's fingers as she's reaching in here, and this slight peal of lightning as.
And then with the bonus action, there's a spear.
Spear. And spear you do. For 8 points of damage onto this spear.
That is all I have.
Yeah, this is not a particularly well-looking spider. Mr. Jasper. What?
He tries his best.
He does.
So as far as movement goes, can I just walk through there, or do I have to go around the tree?
You're fine. Basically, unless you're trying to go through the middle of the tree, you've got a good space around it.
Okay. So, there.
Get all up in that spider.
Yeah. Where the heck is it? I lost it.
Okay. And you reach up and you smack that spider.
More dwarven expletives. I'm so tired of these spiders.
Yeah. It's looking none too pleased with existence. It's looking very haggard. Bonus action at all?
Still don't think I have any.
Okay. So, yeah, spiders. Let's just go ahead and roll for the top dead. Nope. Okay. You hit it with a hammer. It's gonna try and bite at you. Jasper? I would need you to make a Constitution save, please. Oh, yeah. So 16. So you take a total of 18 points of damage. As the wounds left behind seem to kind of decay and rot around it.
So you said how much? 16?
Yes, 16 points total.
Freaking spider just disappeared.
Yep, it just kind of bites out at him, draws its fangs, and just as it's pulling back, you see it kind of turn into mist, and there's this slightly, I don't know, this almost like mildewy smell as the vapor that once was its body just kind of sucks in and away. And so, speaking here of spiders,
Oh, this is great.
Carl, You're getting bitten at. Well, the piercing damage isn't that bad. You're gonna need to make a save as well.
Well,
No, so you take a total of 23 points of damage as this thing bites into you from just kind of like right in between your shoulder blades. You feel these deep fangs sink in, and this pulse of just numbing energy, and you feel, I don't know, it just leaves you with this sick pit at the bottom of your stomach. As them spider boys is going to be crawling all up in you there
Wow.
for another 12 points of damage. And Soli, you are going to be getting swarmed at.
ha.
Yeah, they try to crawl up over you, but your little bug zapper hands kind of flip the rest of them off. All right, all fair. None too happy with these things going after you. He'll motion at the ground just before the just before the spiders, and kind of flick his fingers up as you see two thin lines of rock just kind of shoot through the mass of spiders. One of them is able to connect, and he will move in, kind of drawing an axe out of the ground. Come on, get up there and do that piddling little damage. Get it. So, Torin, there was a spider there.
Am I gonna have any problem engaging?
Just before you see this slightly glowing and looks like to be water dripping spear. Just kind of floating in the air above you, or in front of you. Kess, the two dwarves are in front of you. That's pretty much what you're seeing.
I'm gonna go away.
You don't... Okay, so you're turning to check on Carl then?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're unaware of everything back there to start with.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I can do 2 swords, right, extra attack, and then I can burn and...
You can do... Alright, with your full attack, using your bonus action, normally, you can do 2 sword swipes and an unarmed strike. If you burn a key point, you can do 2 sword swipes, 2 unarmed strikes.
Do 2 sword fights?
Yeah, you can every round do 2 sword swipes and and an unarmed. And if you spend a key point, you can get another unarmed.
I'll do the 2 unarmed then.
All right, make sure you spend your key point. Yeah. So your sword swipes hit. As you do a fair job carving into this spider. It's still up, but it looks like it's not exactly doing, as much as you would. It's not dead, which might be upsetting to you. Kess, it is your turn, and dear God, I am a fan of this non-Euclidean geometry that I'm seeing here.
Kess is going to go ahead and throw a vial of alchemical fire.
Oh God. All right. Where are you throwing it?
I'm having flashbacks to this. My son being baby.
So how much, you might not be wrong there, Carl. How much does your alchemist fire do? 2d6?
Let me take a look.
Yeah, does it actually say?
Good question. Can Carl still move his fingers?
I mean, you certainly can.
Carl will flick Kess off if he throws that shit.
It's
1d4.
what? Really? 1d4.
Yep, but it's just enough to burn the webs.
You also did roll a 10. So
But it also does burn up to 20 feet, shattering in or on impact.
So
Can be also used as an improvised weapon.
yes, I know, but this is also your athletics check, and it wasn't too terribly great. So go ahead and roll me a D8 real quick. Okay, so you throw the vial of alchemist's fire, and it lands on the web. However, it doesn't shatter. Seems like it got caught in some of the above ground strands, and it didn't strike with enough impact to actually burst the vial.
Okay. I
But
still have
it
a
is-
secondary move.
Yeah, it is right here essentially. What are you doing?
Throwing my javelin at it.
Are you throwing it at
The vial.
fire?
Dude, you should just
Why did
walk
I-
over
why-
there and stomp it.
No. I was thinking, why didn't you just go over there and hit it with a hammer or something?
Yeah,
Crap.
well, that wouldn't be in line of what Kess was trying to do. He was trying to do a ranged fire attack, and goddammit, he's gonna see a ranged fire attack work.
I forgot that I can actually walk over there and not get tangled in the web. Is what it is.
Look, at this point,
You know what?
should've
No,
just
that is-
attached the thing to the spear and attack the spider with it.
Yeah, I could have done that too. But that'd have been too.
Look, you're expecting a lot of
Come on.
tactics out of Kess.
Remember, pain medication.
No.
Oh,
I fully endorse this line of action. You're like, ooh, I can throw. He's like, ooh, I've got a thing to set the webs on fire from range. Throws it, gets caught in it. Oh, wait a minute, I can still make this work. And just hucks a spear at it.
Fireball.
Yeah, exactly. He was dead set on a ranged fire attack, and god damn it. Let me check to see what size does for things here. Cause that is a 14.
Rolling persuasion for the DM.
Lol.
191. I'm not entirely sure this matters for anything, but I'm just double checking. Cause I mean, part of me would laugh if he hit it.
Wrong lever.
I mean, you did hit a 14. That's some really advanced geometry. Good job, Ben. That's nice. 14? Yeah, okay,
You're the
sure.
only one that can see it.
I know, it's amazing. I can see everything. All right, so go ahead and roll a d4, Kess. All right, so maximum damage. Good job. So, Carl, you take 4 points of fire damage.
Yes. I mean, what? I'll heal you with my cooking, Carl.
Carl wants all the shawarma.
Carl's
You'll be the shawarma soon.
I mean, depending on how this goes. Okay, so yeah, I mean, also the 2 spiders take 4 points of fire damage.
And you're unstuck.
Yeah, and you are no longer restrained as the webs have been burned away. And dear God, it's hot.
Carl
It's
is going
hot.
to kill every last fucking spider there is.
It's
Get the
spicy
cost
cotton
every-
candy.
Just as a note, Kess, you are now permanently down 1 javelin.
Yeah. Okay.
As you made a rather impressive shot, but the resulting explosion from the alchemist fire has burnt to an unusable cinder the shaft of this javelin.
Yeah. So the tip's still good.
Yes, you can recover the spear tip, and if you want to make a new javelin, you can do so.
Fashion it into a necklace for Carl. The javelin that saved his life.
Probably a pretty big fucking necklace, too. How big is this spearhead? I mean, come on.
Let's see.
And he is a midget. The spear that saved his life.
Yeah, I mean it's maybe like the if you were to stretch out your like your index, your pointer, and your middle finger, it would probably be as long as about down to your wrist, and maybe like half as wide.
Look, Carl's not even 3 feet, so.
No, well, I mean, this is not scaled to you, so it's gonna seem bigger,
Whoa.
if that's the thing. So, Dominic, you got spiders. Right in front of you.
No, I don't.
Ninja Vanish.
So you can disengage and just move, or you can take the attack.
Disengage.
What does disengage take from me?
Bonus.
Then no.
Okay. I just want to make for sure you knew what your options were. So you barely evade the spiders as you kind of duck out the way.
How likely am I to hit Carl if I shoot my bow?
I'd say you have about a 1 in 20 chance.
Just don't critically fail.
The one, I'm gonna cry.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I don't want to see you stomped on, but that would be hilarious. So what are you firing at?
The spooter.
The big one or
Hey,
the
Carl?
swarm?
The big O spooter.
Big old spooter.
Not
Well,
not the halfling spooter.
I shoot the big O spooter.
you shoot the big O spooter. Oh. Uh, All right. So, with sneak attack, because it is threatened from multiple angles, yeah, that's one dead Spooter Boy. Holy shit, man! You somehow do like this wanted style like bolt curving, and get it through like 6 of its 8 eyes. We don't know how you manage that, but yeah. Because fuck that spider.
Went in, came out, and then went back in.
Yeah. If anybody's seen Helsing Ultimate, it's kind of like what Rip Van Winkle does. It's pretty insane and a little terrifying.
Oh, it's like the guy from Infinity Wars. The first part. The dude with the shark fin. Controls the arrow with his mind.
That's Guardians of the Galaxy. And yes, it's kind of like Yondu. So, you murdered yourself a Spooter Boy. Good job.
And we're gonna use help on Carl.
Okay. You can do it, Carl!
You can use some help.
Carl's so done with spiders.
Hey, wait.
Carl, he's our man. He can kill them. Yes, he can.
What does help do again? Didn't I have help when I attacked the spider?
Yeah, it gives you advantage on your first attack.
Oh,
But did you need it?
I don't think I did. No, yeah, we good.
Yeah. You smack the Spooter Boy around anyway.
I forgot what it was or what.
Yeah.
It did, so yeah, we good.
Yeah, we good. I see a level in Bard coming Dominic's way. Bard with a help action plus inspiration. That's not a terrible idea. All right. So Coral got help. I imagine that's your turn then,
Yeah.
unless you had movement to spare.
Mm-mm. That was 30 just so I could be in 30 range of...
I heard an alcohol bottle.
Yes.
What are you drinking?
Smirnoff Ice.
Carl needs it.
Which kind?
I would give you mine, but I drink it.
This one is margarita, but we have a party box and an original box.
Nice.
All right, margarita, no. But then again, I blame the party box. You get the raspberry or the screwdriver ones. Good stuff.
This one doesn't have screwdriver.
All right, apple.
It doesn't
Apple's
have
not bad.
apple either, sadly.
No? Oh.
One's-
Nope, this one
it's like
has-
pineapple.
Pineapple, margarita, strawberry, and watermelon mimosa.
Okay,
All minus the
half-
strawberry.
No, fuck you. Strawberry is the only.
Then you can
Absolutely
have the
good food,
strawberry.
yeah.
I would
Just stay out of my box of original, and we're good.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Eliafira. Meow.
Oh, I get the kitty. Yay, kitty! So you
Is
want
that
help?
so? Wait, is that?
It's gonna stick its tongue in your ear.
That's
Tongue
not
blood.
its tongue.
Are you?
No.
Are you? Ooh my! It's a gender neutral fey kitty. We're just gonna. Okay, yeah, just barely in range, but yes, you gain 4 hit points from Fey Cat.
Yay,
I
kitty.
forget that the fey cat just heals one person. Or...
Yep.
Yeah, it was the other thing. It was the AoE thing. Oh,
Yeah, it's the unicorn that's the super special one. Okay. So is that an action to cast, I'm guessing?
It's a bonus to cast, actually.
Okay, so you have your movement and your standard action.
I just need that far.
Hey, you did the important thing is slightly improving his chances of survival.
Hey, look, I think I found Torin.
That's what? Okay. Character or torn as the player?
¿Por
Debatable.
qué no los dos?
Okay, so I'm like gonna that is my turn. I don't want to get close to anything because I don't want concentration.
Well, I mean, you don't have to get into melee of something.
I'm sorry, I've been up since 6 this morning. I don't even.
I mean, if you want to stay put and don't do anything, that is perfectly your...
I just feel bad because I can't think enough to actually make it.
That's fine. We can move on.
Okay.
Hey, Carl. You're not stuck.
Carl's gonna murder.
If it's Carl's turn, I get to roll another d,
Yes, you do.
right? Or is it a d6? I don't remember.
Let's see. What does it say? It's a D6.
Oh, damn.
Hey, look, there you go.
What is it? 6 more health points?
Six more hit points back to you, as you now have a cowlick.
Carl can deal with this cowlick.
And it's that really awkward one on the back of your head.
Yeah, whatever.
Is
Oh.
the Feiji like as big as you?
No.
Oh.
No. It's about the size of Carl's head, though.
It's hilarious.
And it's just kind of like on his head.
awesomeness. I can picture Fey Kitty on top of my head. This is cool.
So it is.
Alright, well-
It is your turn.
Yeah, Carl is done with these swarms of bullshittery, so Carl will also spend a Kai point to add Death Strike to his.
And that is.
So that's what.
You spend that when you hit. You don't have to spend it ahead of time.
Oh, crap! Forgot to have it checked. Oh, I will also be using flurry, so I'm gonna spend 2 Kai, like total.
Alright.
Carl's done with this shit. You don't need to worry about the Death Strike since it's 2 unhanded.
So what's that now? What about the key points?
Yeah, Death
You
Strike
spit.
only works for. It should only work for, I believe, 1 attack.
Yes, for one of your Kensai weapons.
Yeah, so just count up for the second one. It does not count, obviously, for the unarmed strike.
Yeah. Okay, let me double check something real quick here. Yep, that's right. Alright, so 13, 20, 25. So your unarmed strikes do not hit. So that is 12 points of damage to the swarm, as it is fairly difficult to get accurate strikes on them.
Wait, you only counted the second attack?
Uh,
The longsword?
Oh, no, I counted all your damage. And dealt with it appropriately.
Their shins are really small. It's hard for you to hit.
Yeah, okay, meta talk here for a second. These swarms take half damage from physical strikes.
Okay. I'm like,
Yeah, they, the natures of swarms, they take half physical damage.
yeah.
Because you are literally having to attack each individual bit of it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stick with really tiny shins.
Yeah, really tiny shins.
It's smaller than yours.
Solway.
I think these spiders in front of me need to go, so we'll go ahead and shock the shit out of them.
All right, zappy zap zap.
Zappy zap zap.
Yes, as again, you're just rooting around in these spiders. Just essentially, you are making your hand into that tennis racket bug zapper as you're just kind of swatting through it. As these things are crackling and a couple of them are popping and they smell semi-cooked before they kind of puff out and kind of rot away from the inside into this acrid smoke. So basically it smells kind of like rotting beef and ozone. It's not entirely pleasant. But the swarm has been greatly diminished for your efforts.
Well, the good news is that it now cannot take reaction.
Okay.
Go over there and bonus. Oh wait, I don't have healing. I have to do this, which is 1 sorcery point. Let's see one.
You see, here's the thing. Were you trying to cure wounds at a distance?
Yeah, I think he'd just be out of my range.
Well, you don't have the action to do that. Remember, cure wounds is an action.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Well, that's why
I was thinking I
healing
had
word is a thing.
healing word.
Yeah.
Oh well, next turn.
All right. Jasper.
I am going to right about there.
Okay.
Just try to swat me some spiders.
Splat, splat, splat with the spiders. All right, yeah, you kept smacking down on these things. They're slippery little buggers, but you do manage to crush a couple. Is that it for you?
I'm going to cast Healing Word on Carl.
Okay, go for it. Look, he does have healing spells. Oh shit, it's not prepared.
Did I see them? Did it? Wait, I clicked it. What happened?
It might be asking for what level you want.
I don't. Hold on. It's making the pop-up sound, but I don't know where.
I don't know. So what level are you casting it at?
Just I'm gonna say first level.
Okay. So I'll try and hit it up here and see if that'll. Yeah, I don't know why your spell seems to be kind of broken. Yeah, don't know. Maybe it's. I mean, I'm seeing something pop up on mine, but it doesn't have anything.
It's popping up like a blank.
The only
Yeah.
information? Is it just bugged?
Yeah, I don't get what's going on with that. But go ahead and roll a d4. We'll just do it the easy way here.
One last attempt.
Well,
Well, I mean, we got something out of it, but not what we needed.
Interesting. So D4.
D4, and it's going to be +5. So there you go. Carl gets 7 hit points back at the end of this.
woohoo!
So D6, yeah, still no. Okay, so first and foremost, Carl, you feel better.
Oh. I'm gonna kill every last one of them fucking things.
And, yeah, you were just like, no, 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 no. Brushing them all the fuck off.
Can I squish a few while I'm at it?
No.
D.
And, the swarm, barring any other targets, goes after Alfir, who just, yeah, is not even concerned about any of that shit. And unfortunately, we have an advantage bite attack happening. Let me just drop that in here.
How did I know that was gonna happen?
Yeah, it's just kind of where that one lined up. So Elliot Fira needs to make a Constitution save. Hey, you made your save. That's a good. So you still take 14 points of damage and need to make another Constitution save, please. Okay. You maintain concentration on your Fey Cat. But yeah, giant fucking spider right the hell behind you.
Oh, cute.
Okay, we really don't want that shit happening here. What is this?
So who here has high animal handling?
I don't know. The check against enraged cat girl is pretty dramatic.
No, I wanna mount a spider.
Oh
Just
God.
ride it around.
I think I have like animal friendship speller. We could give this a go.
Get that scooter.
You are really assuming here.
Fairly certain you need a faith handling.
Okay, we are going to.
Cats always play with their spiders before killing them.
All right, first things first. Spider Swarm gets to make their attempt. Alfir is going to rush forth. And yeah, we're gonna just do this thing here. And kind of charging around and kind of taking a flying leap at this spider. Yeah, okay. Because that's the thing. So, as he comes rushing up and leaps up, lands on the top of this spider, and comes crashing down with this stone-worked axe that seems to be blazing with this dim light, cracks into the center of this thing's head, and the body of this spider kind of erupts into this low grayish luminescence as it collapses onto the ground.
Damn, says he could catch.
Yeah.
So yeah, he landed on, he just kind of jump cleaved that, Torin.
Might as well get in a push pit.
Oh God. You're kind of manic with your attacks there, aren't you?
What happened?
All right, so you are trying to carve into these things. You do hit. Actually, no, you're not able to make that second short sword attack. Your sword is kind of off behind the spider swarm. You really fucked that shit up.
Nice.
You basically kind of swung like this, like underhand upward swipe on it, but you see that one of these spiders is on your wrist and is about to sink in, and you kind of shake your hand, but your sword goes flying off and kind of hits like right over here. So you can make your offhand with your unarmed, but you've effectively disarmed yourself.
I'll just blame Carpal.
Yeah, sure. Carpal tunnel cat boy? I don't believe it.
Fight me.
I just might. However, you do, like smack at that one after the fact and kind of stomp a couple of others for 4 points of damage. So, I mean, you do still have your bonus unarmed. Which doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place.
Yeah. Holy fuck, what was that green thing?
It's coming to haunt
I mean,
me
it doesn't seem natural. Kess.
Kess is gonna go ahead and grab his axe, not enrage, and go ahead and take 2 swings.
All right. All right. Let's see there. You got a couple of nice hits on that. You have scattered most of that swarm. There's still a few kind of rolling in a boil, but not too terrible many. Dominique.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. There's still some Spooter boys hanging around.
I can't use what I want to use unless I'm attacked by them, though.
So provoke them.
At least I don't think so.
If it's what I'm thinking, it's required on a reaction once you're hit. I'm guessing you're looking for your Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to be hit for that to go off.
that's what I thought.
But y'all are up in their face.
Might as well. I'm here. I miss. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, you've successfully gained their attention. That much is for certain. Elia. Unless, of course, you want to use your bonus for something.
Add help to Sovi.
Okay. Sylvie, you have help.
Okay.
If you want to get all up in some spider grill again.
Wait, my turn?
Yes, it is.
Carl?
Fey Cat is now doing that little light clawing kneading up in your hair. It's like it's a scalp massage. It kind of pricks at you a little bit. You're like it still kind of feels good, but
So yay, 3 more health points.
Yep.
So, would a 15-foot cube be 3 square by 3 square?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So if you're firing that directly in front of you, it will end right in front of Dominic.
So he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, yeah, it's all the squares adjacent to that. The center, the epicenter there. All right. Eliafira's not fucking around anymore. Just and crack-a-boom. So yeah, I'm not even gonna roll that because it's not necessary. As just this wave of thunderous energy comes tearing through that, scatters the rest of them into the far reaches. You think 1 or 2 of the battered corpses might have made it into your vest, Dominic. Is that all out of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Carl.
All right. So one more.
Yeah.
All right. Carl is gonna go with his traditional 3 hits and say "fuck you."
Well,
That's
okay
the thing.
then.
Do I have to continue to roll? Which is question.
No. That first one is that's sufficient.
All right.
I mean, right on the nose, but it is sufficient. You just start just stupid as you go around, just like you even at some point you turn the flat of the blade and start whacking at it with the blunt end.
It's about time Carl did something.
Yeah.
Carl would like to punch Cass as his third attack. Oh wait, I'm not in 5 feet range. am
No,
I?
you're not.
Damn it.
No.
Can I move and use my bonus action and then punch him in the arm?
I mean, if you really, really want to.
Yeah, I'll let it go.
Because
time-
you never know how Kess will react. That's the problem.
Next time he throws fire at me, I'll hit him.
Maybe. I mean, to be fair, it was only 2 points. I mean, it was pretty minor.
We'll let it go.
We'll let that go for now.
We'll let it go.
So yes, that closes out our combat. Good job.
Troy needs to die.
Oh, we're done.
Carl's
Yeah,
gonna
there's
All right,
just
Dominic's
kind of
gonna walk up to Carl and dummy whack him.
There you go. All right. You can carry on with that.
Hey, Carl, look, spider.
Carl is just gonna ignore Cass and just go to sleep after he gets hit by down.
Why are you going to sleep already?
Hell, nowhere near a tree. I'll tell you that much. I think going near those rocks.
Why are you? Isn't it like what 9 a.m.?
Yeah, it's dawn. You've well, hey, welcome. You've been awake for all of about maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Hour 15. We had to meditate first.
Yeah, it's been about an hour since you woke up. Speaking of time, Elia, you have used 3 rounds of your minute.
Yes.
You still have Kitty for a little bit.
So what do you want me to do?
Get over there and heal the 2 of you.
Well, you see, here's the thing. Though, because of the nature of this spell, you can essentially have the kitty kind of dance if you group up.
Cool.
So what I'm going to have you do is roll 7d6. Actually, no, we'll have you roll 6d6 because we'll imagine you gather everybody into a pile, which will take a round to do.
Kitty pile.
Cat pile.
Yep. So yeah, 66, roll it. So everybody who is missing hit points can regain 15. As essentially you kind of gather around as this little fey cat goes skipping around and like cat paw bipping your foreheads for the rest of a minute. Snuggle struggle. Oh my god.
Cuddle, cuddle.
You degenerate furry.
Jesus Christ. Carl wants to get a pet cat and have it on his head from now on.
So yes, I think that puts a few people pretty well.
I'm gonna say this to the whole group, but y'all, if you see a cat, I want it, and I want to be able to put it on my head so that when I'm fighting, I still have a kitty with me.
Do you want me to get on your head?
No, you're too big. It won't work.
We'll make
I think most cats are too large.
This is true. This one's just an extra tiny cat spirit.
Kitten.
We'll still
Kittens
outgrow
grow
you
up,
in a year.
You won't.
Yeah, I know.
So if
Every
Elliot
time-
born a child.
Or give all the older cats to the other cats.
I'll take a
I
head
hear you
cat.
say something about having a child.
Yeah, it's
Why
kind
I
of that's
can't
kind of
take
terrifying.
Isn't that
That's-
something that you should discuss with her first?
I think that's something you need to discuss with a medical professional personally. You have head cats. You have to go to the office.
I thought that was a joke about men having children.
What?
No. It was an Invader Zim joke. Don't worry about it.
I remember that shit.
So, as this face spirit is kind of dancing around you, you're all gathered around and just going to be taking a moment to go, okay, now what? And we will leave it at that briefly so that hopefully everyone's internet will be active and running. And we can decide what the planning stage is going to look like when we convene next.
Okay.
Assuming we actually get to the planning stage and not have Carl run off and alert
Carl does
monsters.
not want to be bait again.
Carl immediately starts wandering away from the group again. But
So Carl's walking towards the thing.
no, you're currently clustered around one another at the moment.
Carl wonders if he howls if he'll see werewolves pop up next.
Kess randomly grabs
Don't
the halfling and
don't
throws him.
give me any excuse to do that shit.
Outposts with checking things? I'm a
Yeah,
little
what? I'm a little worried about these rolls. What the hell?
I don't get
It's for Elia.
Elliot
Make
doesn't
sure we
feel
can
safe.
Come to Daddy Kitty.
No.
Oh God!
God.
Turned into this is why Torn is mute. Apparently, he speaks with a bad Austrian accent.
well.
Yeah. They,
Carl, I need to know. Did you
My name is Torin.
What happened?
I need to know. Did you start walking towards the wall again?
No,
Not
I'm
yet.
not walking.
We're having everybody stop right where they are.
Maybe tomorrow I'll howl. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, you can stop rolling, you psychos.
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cut this out. Thank you, everyone, to who was here watching. Who is no longer here.
I'm still here.
I know you're still there.
Rude face.
Well, I'm just saying I know my mom is not watching anymore, and I don't know what point she abandoned it, but it was probably way too late.
Yes, we've exchanged numbers since
So I
Yeah, no.
successfully disguised as Carl.
Oh God.
Hello?
You gotta tell me what you're trying to do before you start rolling
No,
dice.
no. I told you. I told you earlier.
Oh
I
God.
have successfully disguised as Carl. It's time to kill him and take his place.
My oh my, Carl, you seem to have grown 2.5 feet.
All the
Carl.
better to shatter shins.
Yes,
Carl.
of course.
Not that easy to kill. You know that, damn.
I don't know. It was kind of easy to try and kill this time.
Okay,
I'm sure
spiders.
if I put a little effort into it, it could have succeeded.
Fine, I successfully disguise as a spider.
Carl.
And Carl runs away off a
Carl
cliff.
kicks the spider in the shins and then runs away.
Also lemming.
Yeah, fuck this shit, I'm out. Off a cliff. Okay, well that's enough of this foolishness. And hello to Conra right at the end here. Okay, so we will get to the planning stage in 2 weeks' time. Next week, all things going well, we will have the understudies. And tomorrow...
Will you?
I said all things actually, working. Hey, look, we were able to play tonight, and I'm pretty sure that nothing terrifying is going to happen. Yeah, you can...
Onward.
All the terrifying things.
All the terror.
Like a bus.
I find that meme funny right there at the end.
Ah, God, it's terrible. Okay, no, I'm pretty... Look, I've got this... OBS looks like it's working. Looks like it's doing all the good things. I will be checking on it ahead of game by a good amount of time, just to double check, because I know that if the understudy game doesn't happen this next week, I just might be getting some strange white powders sent to me in the mail. I don't... it's okay. It's all right. We will make this work.
Or you'll take another nap and forget about him.
I still don't believe it until it happens.
Fair enough. It will happen. We will see what happens on that case. But thank you very much for joining up, for having fun, getting attacked and almost eaten by spiders. I almost killed another one of Sin's characters. Almost another trophy for my wall. But yes, we will see you all next time.